Right, thank you for joining. We're going to get started in a moment. I know there's a few people that wasn't able to join, so obviously it is recorded. So anyone that isn't able to join can watch it on demand. We're going to be sharing it obviously with everyone, but it's really useful just to kind of see the platform, see what you can and can't do. Obviously, the event app is new for us this year compared to the previous app we used. It's a lot more smart. Kind of the networking is set up just to really encourage communication and meetings between attendees and sponsors. So the team at Grip, who are our event app platform, are going to go through it for you. We're going to go through the mobile app and then the desktop app, obviously showing you how to kind of set up your profiles, but then also how to set up the lead retrieval questions, which are super useful, and then obviously how to download those leads as well. That can be done on site or post event. It's completely up to you. Obviously, we always encourage you to be downloading those leads as soon as possible so you can reach out to everyone in real time. But just be aware that the exporting of leads is only on the desktop version of the event app. It's not on the mobile app. But you can profile everyone through both the event app, mobile app, and the desktop app. We have the Q&A, so you can ask questions as we go along in the box, or at the end of the webinar, we're going to open it up in case you want to ask any questions openly to everybody. And then we will be following up tomorrow with some login links for you to get access to the platform to start setting up your sponsor profiles. And then at the end of the week, we'll be launching to the full attendee list. And at that point, you'll be able to see the attendee list, schedule the meetings and do everything that we're going to go through on this call. But for the next few days, you'll only be able to update your profile and get yourselves ready for the full launch on Thursday. So now I'm going to hand over to the team at Grip and they can kind of go through everything for us.
Hello, everyone. Let me just share my screen. Okay, so as Lauren mentioned, so at the moment you may not be able to access the app, but everything will be sent out in a welcome email. So there you will find your email, registration ID, and the link that will take you to your app store, as well as if you're on your laptop, computer, it will take you directly to the web platform. Before we do officially start, my colleague will be here in the Q&A box. If you have any questions regarding the event platform, she will be answering it. And also the looks of the actual platform mobile app may be a bit different as we are using a mock-up, but the features that we will go through are absolutely the same. So we can start right away. Once you click on the link that you will be receiving in the welcome email, you will install the app. It will look like this. Once you click on login, enter your email, enter your badge ID. If by any chance you haven't received it, you can always request a reminder. So a new email will be sent out to you. Once you click on the claim account, you will be creating a password that you will use throughout the whole event. Once that is completed, you are entering the actual app. So from here, you will be able to access your profile, update any relevant information. You will be able to access the attendee list. So just go through and see who exactly will be attending the event. When it comes to the recommendation steps, so based on the information you have provided during the registration and during the onboarding, once you log into the platform for the first time, our AI engine will provide you with some relevant profiles of other event participants. So you will be able to choose skip or connect. Once you choose connect, you will be able to send them a message and also request a meeting. When it comes to the most important part of the mobile app, you will be able to access your badge scanner. What is very important is that please, once you first initially log into the platform, do allow the camera to app the access the camera, because if you do not do it, you will not be able to successfully scan badges. So when you enter the official badge scanner, once you scan the badge, their profile of the participant you have scanned will open. So from here, you will be able to see all of the information they have provided that are relevant for their profiles. And you will also see this tab, lead details. So when you jump onto lead details, you will be able to leave an internal comment for you and your team members. And pressing on the start qualifying button, you will see the scores that you can leave based on how important that event participant is important to you and your company. And here, as Lauren mentioned, you will see some lead questions and boxes where you can leave lead answers. So this is very, very important, and we always do note that once you receive the access to the platform, please do play around. We will jump on this on the web platform in more detail, but play around and start making the qualification questions before the actual event starts, just so it can be easier for you and your team. When it comes to the chats, so here you will see all of the messages exchanged with you and all of the other event participants. When it comes to the event agenda, you will be able, the schedule, you will be able to see the event agenda and also your schedule. So all of the meetings, all of the sessions that you have added will be easily accessible here. And also you will be able to sync it to your actual calendar and follow it through more easily. When it comes to the notifications, also a very important step, please do make sure that once you log into the platform for the first time, do allow the app to access your notifications so you can receive live notifications. You will have all of the meetings that are starting, sessions that are starting. If anyone has expressed interest in you, everything will be held here. And under the More tab, or the hamburger menu that we like to call it, you will see everything that we talked about, but just narrowed down in a list. So maybe it can be more easily accessible for you and your team. So this is when it comes to the mobile app. Just before jumping into the web version and the Teams section, do we perhaps have any questions, anything like that? Let's give it.
The only thing I was just going to add to that is just in terms of the agenda and obviously diaries and everything. When you are going through the agenda, naturally you're going to want to add things to your calendar, but also be aware that those things do help with your matchmaking. So obviously if you're looking at a particular session with the different speakers, then you might find that those speakers then come up as kind of recommended for you. So the AI matchmaking tool is particularly important, so definitely use it. And obviously there's also going to be some profile questions to answer when you first log into the event app. Again, obviously make sure you're answering those rather than skipping through, because they're also going to help get you the best matches so that you can obviously start setting up meetings and messaging those attendees.
Yes, definitely. Please do note that this is very important for your experience throughout the whole event. So if you leave enough information, the AI engine will provide you with the most important and relevant profiles for you to connect with and network through the event. When it comes to, as I cannot see any questions, we can jump into the My Team and the web desktop platform. So once you also receive the welcome link, if on laptop, as I mentioned previously, you will be able to access the web desktop version. And on the web desktop version, you will be able to access the My Team section. So all of your team members, you will have access to this. When you first initially open it, you will be able to see the meetings tab. So from here, all of the meetings that are scheduled with you, your team members, will be easily accessible and you can view it at any time. You can create meetings for you and your team members, leave any personal messages. So it's very important for you just to note that everything will be visible here when it comes to the meetings. Under the Leads tab, so anyone who has shown interest in you, your company, your team members will be shown as leads under the Leads tab. What is very important is, in order for the leads to become contacts and to then afterwards be in the export, you need to have a badge scanned, a meeting scheduled, and a mutual interest shown. So make sure that once you access the Leads tab, you review all of the leads, and once you do it, they will become contacts, and later on, what we will mention at the end, be in the export. Here, same as on the mobile app, you will be able to access and give some lead scores and also the lead qualification questions that we will jump into in a moment. When it comes to the company chat, all of the messages exchanged with you, your team members, will be also held here. So it's like a centralized hub for all of the messages, and everyone from your team will be able to access it. When it comes to the lead qualification, so just to note one more time, very important, please do play around it before the actual event starts and start creating qualification questions then, just so you can have enough time when you officially start scanning other people or connecting with other people, you have everything prepared. When it comes to the lead qualification questions, so you have all of the freedom here. You can create any of the questions you think are relevant. So for example, what is the revenue of the other company, what products they are offering, how many employees do they have? So anything that comes to mind and that you think is very important for you, you can create it here. The good thing is that you can always create new questions. There is no limit, and you can delete questions that you think are not relevant. When it comes to the answers, so you will be able to give answers in a paragraph, single select, or multi-select. And just to note also, this will also be included in the export, and all of the team members will be able to access this part. When it comes to the context, so as mentioned, all of the leads converted by badge scanning meeting scheduled mutual interest will be held under contacts in a narrowed down list, so it can be maybe easier accessible. When it comes to the team members, so you will be able to see all of the team members within your team. There are two options, to be an admin or to be a team member. The admin will be the first person who logs in from your team, so they will be automatically set as admin, and they will have the option to edit profile, manage availability, change roles, and also remove members from the team. When it comes to the company profile, you will also be able to update any information regarding your company. Please do just always make sure to click on the update profile button, just so that everything is reflected correctly within the event platform. And also, once the event has been completed, you have all of the contacts ready. You will be able to export meetings and also export connections. So you will be able to do it in a CSV as well as an Excel format. So all of the lead questions, internal comments, anything you have left will be held under this export, and all of the team members will be able to export this list for use. What we also do want to note is that it is usually Lauren, correct me if I'm wrong, but it is usually around accessible around the month. So in a spread of a month, you will be able to export the connections list and meetings list. So just wanted to note that. That is also when it comes, to the web platform. Do we maybe have any questions for now?
The only thing I was going to add as well is just in terms of our settings as an event organizer. So when you first log in, you'll see that it will say that you're, I can't remember the exact phrase and setting for it, but I think it's set to private. I don't know the word of the name of the setting.
Yes, it's contact detail sharing.
Contact detail, perfect.
Yes.
So that's set as private, and that's just our stance as an event organization company, that essentially with like GDPR and whatnot, that we opt for the private option. However, when you log in, and the same when any attendee, speaker, press, etc. log in, they can change that setting and make themselves either connections only, so that when you connect with them, they share their contact details, or change it to public, and then straight away, if you wanted to do that, ultimately your email address and phone number, anything that we have in a system for you personally, will be shared and available. So just be aware of that. And then in terms of on site, one thing that completely overrides that is the badge scanning. So on site, regardless of what their setting is, when you scan their badge, you will get their email address and phone number. And we do have like lots of signs around site ultimately, and on the back of the badges that make it clear that that's our stance as the event organisers. So just be aware if you're exporting any of these connections, they don't have details, that's why.
Thank you, Lauren. Okay, I will stop sharing, but I can give us a few minutes to see if we have any questions. If no questions for now, you can always reach out to us. If you have any technical difficulties with the platform, you can always reach out. I can also leave an email address just in case here in the chat box.
Perfect. Yeah, so if there's anything as well, obviously reach out to myself, Neve, your sponsor reps, whether that's Angie, Ahmed, Scott, or Rohit, who's on holiday today. But yeah, do let us know. Obviously, like I say, we'll be launching it tomorrow. If you do have the must meet, you will already have access to it. But that's just your preferences in terms of your hosted buyer settings. But that will be closing tomorrow, and then we'll be launching it, like I say, on Thursday for everybody to start connecting, setting up the meetings. So as soon as you do receive that email, and again, we'll make sure we share the email address, because I appreciate with some companies with security, it may get blocked, or you might just need to ask your IT team to whitelist it. Of course, it sometimes goes into spam and junk. So we'll make sure that gets through to you in some way, shape, or form. And then, like we say, priority really is setting up your profile, making sure all of your team are registered for the show. So if you do still have outstanding passes, please do make sure you send them across in the next day or two, so that you do have full access when we launch. And then once we've launched, obviously, just to you guys predominantly first, make sure you're setting up those lead retrieval questions and profiles, add a banner, some images, obviously make it as kind of welcoming as possible. And then as soon as you get access to the full attendee list, then start setting up those meetings and getting ready for a busy few days on site at the end of the month. Perfect. Okay, well, great. Like I say, get in touch with us if you need anything, and do look out for that email with all of the instructions. Perfect. Thanks everyone for joining, and thanks to the team, Jelena and Nina.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Take care.
So
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, and the very quiet. Travel was like